guys, how's it going? I wanted to do a quick talk / lesson about tone, especially for those of you just starting out playing guitar, especially electric guitar. Because electric guitar, typically with beginners, revolves around the use of overdrive or distortion, because to them it sounds really cool. Well, it sounds cool to most of us. And dialing in that kind of tone as a beginner is difficult because it's hard to handle and your hands really aren't ready to do things such as muting and picking subtly or picking hard and knowing how to do both with the control of both hands. So I'm kind of inspired today to talk about this because it's a Monday and one of my favorite students, who shall remain nameless, Scott, is very discerning when it comes to tone. He knows good tone. He just knows it. I can't explain how he knows it. He probably can't either. He just knows what good tone is, or dial it in on his amplifier. So in that vein, just a little talk about how we deal with such things. I mean, how do you dial in a good tone for distortion? What you want is basically a pretty smooth tone so that it's not too harsh on the lip. I mean, it could get really nasty. Tone is a very difficult thing to describe. You just know it when you hear it. You know a good tone. Now, first of all, you've got your pickup selector switch on your guitar, which gives you many different tones. That's more the bridge position. This is a 5-way switch. So I'm going to go up to, that was position 1. That's more of a bright rock tone. Now we go to position 2 and it gives you a slightly more stratty tone. And then position 3 is when your middle pickup is activated. As you can hear on this guitar, the amp hums a little bit. And that's another thing you deal with guitars, especially, not to mention names, but Fenders. I love Fender guitars, believe me. However, they do tend to be a little bit noisy, and you can hear that hum. But the tone is actually pretty cool. I never really liked the middle position, the middle pickup, but on this guitar and on others I've tried, I'm starting to get used to it. So it's got kind of, I don't know how to describe it, maybe slinky is a good word, a little slinky tone there. Alright, so we go to position 4. It's going to be, 4 to me is similar to 2, but a little bit rounder and bigger. I really like position 4. Especially on a clean setting, which I'll touch on just a little bit. Okay, and then we go to the 5th position, and that's when your neck pickup will be activated. And I like to describe that as like the slash tone, because in a lot of his signature riffs, he uses more of that neck pickup, and it gives you a complete round tone and a really good bluesy tone, and one that's pretty decent for solos when you're playing up high, as compared to more of that rock. Now I'm not saying one is better than the other, it's just when you play up high and you go to the neck position, it tends to sound really smooth and almost, I don't know, maybe horn-like is a word the guitar players like to use. They like to throw that around all the time. I want to sound like a horn. I always want to say, well, why don't you go play a horn? They never listen. A good bit of time working on your tone and your control of the strings. Without proper control, your playing is never going to sound good. It's going to sound sloppy and harsh. Harsh is probably the worst guitar tone you can produce. Anything that sounds harsh is not going to be pleasant to listen to. And if you need an example of that, I don't have one for you right now. Sorry, I don't. Somebody sent me a link this week of a band who will remain nameless. This time I really won't name them. And the guitar solo made me ill, I guess is a good way to put it. It just was not pleasing. It was a big mess. And mainly, because of the tone. Your tone is going to be critical to you expressing yourself on your instrument. Even on an acoustic guitar, tone is critical. The sound is everything, and it goes from the strings to the pick, to your hands, to the guitar, to the amp. Everything is involved in your tone. There's not one step in that process that can be out of balance. If it's out of balance, your playing will be out of balance. Balance is a really good word for musicians. You've got to be balanced in the way you play and the way you sound. So next time we will cover another topic on your journey through learning how to play the guitar. It's a great instrument, but just remember, the responsibility of a good sound lies in your hands, literally. Okay, we'll see you next time.